Welcome back to the channel. We're here doing some Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. Every before we land, we get attacked. It's kind of starting to become really ridiculous now. Alright, this guy will talk to us, so let's go talk to Perilous Quint. The astute man wearing a cloak of Adeptus Administratum is reviewing information on a data slate while his quietly whirling mechanical arms fill a long scroll with writing. Upon noticing you, the man stretches his thin lips into a smile and differentially bows. Light in his eyes over the servo skull hovering over his right shoulder gently pulsate. Your Lordship, what an honor to address you in person. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Perilous Quint, Perfectus Officio Agriculturatae. Agriculturatae? I will preserve the record of our conversation forever. Your Lordship, I painstakingly record every conversation with high-ranking personages, and afterwards I fill out all seven accompanying forms personally. Your words and judgments are in good hands. And of course, what a great fortune it is to see, for the very first time in all my years of service, an emissary from the Novus Noble Light here on Janus. I humbly welcome the esteemed Cassia Tisafia Avriella, Lady Navigator of Horse Service, Elio. Everything from her condescending gaze and confident bearing to a calm and commanding voice marks Cassia as the heiress of a great bloodline. Awestruck, the secretary writes down each letter of her name with particular fastidiousness. Laudable foresight. Why, thank you. Moments such as the appearance of a rogue trader must be preserved for posterity. What do you think? The Governor is a superb leader. She possesses an excellent grasp of all matters and never uses an incorrect form for a given situation. I do not pry into her personal affairs, but if I may speak plainly, a lady who fills out paperwork with such finesse cannot be a bad person in my view. What do you say about the Governor's helper, Urette? To be honest, Your Lordship, I find her presence most distressing. Of course, I would never gainsay the wisdom of the Governor. Who, if not she, could perceive the true worth of a person, even if that person is a mutant? Now, the interesting thing is, when that last battle started, she took 2 shots, I think. Killed 2 people, but did not help for the rest of the battle, so 2 shots was it. Moreover, Urette's particular abilities could be an interesting subject for study for the Megos biologists. That elongated head shape, those eyes, judging by the skull that was given to me to send on to football. Such developmental anomalies on Janus are not a quirk of nature, but some kind of inheritable trait. What skull are you talking about? A most remarkable item, I must say a true anomaly. One moment. After rummaging in a nearby container, Atelius draws out a parcel, which he immediately unwraps. Here it is. I believe the finished place was intended to be given as a gift to the Governor, but under the current circumstances, I doubt I will be able to send it to Footfall anytime soon. Pascal's Michandrites reached toward Atelius with interest and seeming to unnerve him a little. Adequately preserved. It's a pity that it is empty inside. It could have become a proper servo skull herald for the rogue trader, unorthodox. Oh, curiously, this would be very nice on my desk. I don't want to destroy it, and I would like to know more about it, but I don't really want to know my desk, I don't think. But anyway, of course, undoubtedly, whatever you wish, Your Lordship. That will raise your spirits after the recent incident. Oh well, we got it now, whatever it is. Read duties here. By the grace of the God Emperor, I oversee the administrative apparatus on the planet and serve as secretary. I am also responsible for the logistics related to supplying the planets of the Von Valancius dynasty and the timely payment of tasks to the Imperium official collectors. Remember the last shipments. Oh, Your Lordship, our supply shipments are all in order. All foodstuffs and other items have already ready for export and are simply awaiting the arrival of transport ships. However, given the current circumstances on the planet, Janus could not provide even one tranche more than was already prepared. I am certain the situation will be rectified in the near future. When did the collector ships last come? Well, Your Lordship, I must confess that as yet I have not had the pleasure of filling out a sacred tithe protocol form, as the last Imperium ship had to come here did so under my predecessor. Come to think of it, that would have been several decades ago. I do hope the logisticians responsible for such an unforgivable oversight lose their heads over this. That's enough. As you wish, Your Lordship. Alas, Your Lordship, rebellions have caused us too many problems in recent times. The rebels are interfering with established processes. interrupting supplies, sabotaging the search work. A few nobles have been killed, and worst of all, some of the victims occupied important administrative posts until their replacements pass their checks. Complete all of the induction forms and go through official appointment procedure. Important paperwork is going unsigned. It is a bureaucratic catastrophe. The absence of a required signature is, of course, the most horrifying thing about this situation. I feel like it's sarcasm. Indeed it is. Financial reports, logistics directives, waybills for food shipments. Without the signatures of the most respected, now deceased heads of House Zakaris, shipments to settlements in Aegis 24 have been stopped. The heirs are still dealing with the transfer of holdings, and incoming reports tell us that a quarter of the workings in the effective settlements have already died of starvation, while most of these remaining have left the perimeter and have not yet returned to the designated place. If things continue in this vein, I dare not even imagine what could lead to. There are worlds that have been ravaged by war for generations, your lordship, like that deranged planet by the nameless star, so close to our own peaceful system. The inhabitants there supposedly live under the patronage of rogue trader Winterscale. I shudder to think what he has created there. Details. Of course, I will be delighted to furnish you with the information I have. In the last few months, 15 organized attacks and 7 terrorist attacks have been perpetrated. Irrigation equipment has been sabotaged in agrarian sectors 325, transport routes 27, 413, and also, I suppose this will not tell you much, please. With a flashy gesture, he presses several buttons on the data slate screen and 3-dimensional map coordinates to the attacks appear on your cogitator. You cast a practiced eye over the intelligence provided to you and instantly get a grasp of the situation. The data is superbly collated, and the map clearly displays the actions of the rebels. At first glance, there seems to be no logic to the campaign, but after analyzing the data and the features of the terrain, you notice a clear system indicating a geographical pattern to their attacks. Who is directing the rebels? The rebels are well armed and well trained. What's more, the governor's advisors are inclined to think that the instigators of the rebellions are very familiar with the planet's terrain and climate. My ordnance are going through registration records day and night, looking for individuals who have completed military training, but we have so far been unable to identify the scoundrel. We need to comment. Our security services are tracking those who support the rebels, and our regular wardens are wiping out these saboteurs without the slightest mercy, but they keep on appearing. My scribes have been run off their feet, keeping records of all public hearings and executions, but I am confident that the governor will find a solution soon. Of course, your lordship. Reading about the attack on the estate. A disgraceful incident, simply disgraceful. I cannot believe these scoundrels would dare come so close and to drag the nobility into this as well. If they penetrated the estate, that means they had help from some worthless servant or other. Security is currently questioning the survivors, but a culprit has not been found yet. Statement of leave. I look forward to meeting you again, your lordship.
Is there money to be made?
I mean, I hope so. I can't believe they took my loot, man. I should have said I would go myself. It's just not right, man. It's not right to take the rogue trader's loot.
Failure is just a temporary setback.
Oh well, I must have failed that one. It's kind of weird, because you really don't know if you pass or fail. I'm assuming that was a fail.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
Maybe I got my loot. Oh yeah, maybe, no. Dried berries, that's it?
Rush not dawdle.
Alright, let's see. Security offer. Hulking man dressed in a uniform, marking him as an officer of the gubernatorial wardens. He's closely monitoring the subordinates as he's around the building, sensing your approach. He whistles around. His face goes pale, and he offers a low bow. Your lordship, please do not stray too close to the building. One of the terrorists from today's attack has holed himself up in there. He could be dangerous. What's going on here? Great report, lordship. We conducted a sweep of the area after the attack. All the assassins were arrested and neutralized except for one. He sealed himself inside. He already injured 2 wardens who tried to reach him, but there's no need to worry. We'll poison him and clear the last dregs of dirt from the estate. I have only one question, officer. Why have you not already done it? The rogue trader is here. The longer you delay, the more you put his life and felicity at risk. Officer flinches at elbow large snarl. This is inexcusable, your lordship. The barrels of poison were only just delivered, but we're ready to begin now. Gonna poison the rebel? We're using insecticide from our stockpiles, your lordship. We don't have any military grade poisons, but we don't need them, not for this parasite. Tell the truth, your lordship. I'm more concerned with clearing the area right now than with his identity. We're not expecting to get any valuable intel from him, unless he finds something on his corpse after we're done with our job. What's so special about the building? It's one of the utility buildings. Unfortunately, it was empty at the time of the attack. There were no potential hostages or innocent people inside. If you ask me, I think that it was the first place the killer came to when he was beating his retreat. We managed to round up all the others, but this one holding himself up in there. This is not an empty utility building, but an inactive backup crypt for storing refrigerant and freezing equipment. This is obvious. Your ignorance is depressing servant. Sorry. I want to talk to him. Are you sure? It's not exactly safe for your lordship. You dare question me? I don't know. Sure, give me your lordship. Act as you see fit. Alright. This is probably a mistake, but you know. That's what makes them fun, is making mistakes. You persist off, you won't take me alive. Better to put a bullet in my brain than let the governor's dogs get their hands on me. Awareness, examine the door. Awareness, see. The door looks solid and formidable, but you notice dark marks on the hinges. It's sure sign the perilous degraded. The lock doesn't look new either. With a suitable tool, it could easily be opened. Alright, we're going to try to pick it. Succeeded. It takes you half a minute to figure out the archaic mechanism. With a soft click, the door's open, allowing you to enter. Alright, let's see what we got here. Inside is poorly lit, but you spot a person standing in the dark corner. He is desperately gripping a discharged las gun in his hands. At his side view, his eyes are widened in recognition and fear. It can't be the rogue traitor. The young man, practically a boy, falls to his knees and stretches out his bloody hands towards you. His clothes are burned on one side and grimy with baked-in blood. Your lordship, have mercy. You're the sovereign of this planet. Only you have the power to save us. Youth is a time for recklessness. I heard that said more than once in the Scala Progenium and during my novitiate. But youth is also time for directness. Let us listen to the young man before we judge him. Really? Argenta is like the voice of reason here? I thought she was like dogmatic, execute everybody that doesn't... Whatever, okay. From Governor Viat. Everybody knows that what she's doing it to us. We've put it up with it for a long time, hoping that somebody would intervene and help us, but nobody ever did. She's turned the whole world into a slaughterhouse. People are rounded up like rocks from the settlements, supposedly go to the palace, and they're never seen again. Her servants pour something over the fields, and then people lose their minds. They start hearing voices and seeing evil spirits. And while we're dying, she's sitting behind her white walls and feasting on our bones. I was taught that peasants have a tendency to exaggerate their suffering due to sloth and weakness of spirit, but this young man, vermilion thorns pierce every centimeter of his body, and gray shackles bind his hands, feet, and neck. There are no lies in his words, only terror and desperation without end. telling me people are seeing evil spirits? Yes, others are going feral and attacking their loved ones. And then there's people say that in some settlements, well, they've stopped upholding the law altogether, imperial law, and the law of the basic human decency. People are turning into animals. It's about the rebels. He swallows nervously. Your lordship, I beg you, please don't ask me that. I can't sell my brethren. It's over for me, but the others, I won't betray them. Give him iconoclast. There will be no end to the war, but to do that I need to meet your leader. Boy hesitates for a few seconds and then his head drops limply. As long as you keep your word. I've never been in their camp, none of us have, but only the chief saw one person from their base. He came a few times, bringing weapons and orders. He said he represented a greater force than we could imagine. He said that the governor's dogs will pay for their reprisals in the settlements, but that's not where they're hidden. They keep their distance from ordinary folks. We have it all worked out so that if anyone gets caught, the others aren't caught with them. But I swapped the chief's fox. I thought after I killed the governor, I could use the message coordinates to find the base and hide out there. That's everything I know, your lordship. I mean, basically, it's either execute, or come with me. I mean, one. Your lordship, thank you. Thank you for your kindness. I never thought I'd survive this. Your lordship, I honor the bravery, but please allow me to get rid of that rat for you. So, into a useful servitor. With Diva's respect, your lordship, it is done. Yeah, I mean, he told me what I wanted to know, so you know, and you know, Cassia seemed to think he was telling the truth, so I don't want to. We've got some getting to the bottom of things to do. I think he's gonna follow me around and say that every few minutes. Alright. Yep, it's gonna follow me.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Where's the rest of everybody?
Woke up with a feel. Blossoming nearby.
Remember, innocence proves.
That's not good.
I always keep my options open.
Where? Okay, did they teleport off the map? Because that's not good. Hopefully we all...
Rise to the top, or get left in the...
Look no further.
How do I fix this?
Fate and fortune favor the bold.
It won't let me into anything.
Is there money to be made?
Huh. We're gonna have to go through this part of it again, looks like, maybe. Okay, we're gonna back to the main menu, and we'll come back in and try to reload again if we have to, because that was a bug, pretty big bug if you ask me. That your people get teleported off the screen and you can't get them back, and you can't. Hopefully, when we load back in, they'll be back where they're supposed to be. If not, we'll have to reload an older quick save, which is unfortunate. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to reload an old quick save. That is not good. That's all we can do. Hopefully they're with us here. That's pretty unfortunate. Alright, so we're all here. Alright, hopefully we don't, like... Okay. See, I failed it. Okay, we did get the thing open at least, so... You know, I will reload if we don't go the same route. I will reload it. Okay, so okay, hopefully it doesn't bug out this time when we go out of here. I'm gonna I was gonna F5 there. Okay, we're gonna F5 here to save. And then hopefully we don't bug. And we're out here. Okay. Yeah.
I always have a backup plan.
We're good. Now we're gonna need to go get this loot over here. I'm not gonna travel that far that fast now. Benzelex. Alright, let's get the goods first. Well, no. Breaking a red cloak, the Megos' body wear looks human. Wires, tubes, and metal manipulators turn him into a whimsical machine, while implants hide his face behind a sinister mask. The tech priest immediately dictates something in technolingua to the servo skull floor next to him. But as you approach, he falls silent and offers a reserved bow. Greetings, your lordship. Lex Mechanic Vinzelex. How may I serve you? Pascal and Lex Mechanic exchange trills of Binharic greetings. A series of sounds issued by Vinzelex sounds much longer and much more differential than those of... What do you do? By order of the Adeptus Mechanicus, I have been entrusted with the management of these Adeptus Administratum in order to catalog agronomic data and analyze information about the planet during the process of subjugating it to the will of the Imperium. Be blessed, Tech Brother. Your diligence and the diligence of those like you turned anarchy to order and bestow classification to knowledge. I found this on the body of a dead robot. Can you tell me anything about these specimens? Your blessings for the examination, Meglos. You hear the distinctive cerebral cogitators process this information. Creeping Creeward weed, a typical plant in the Western Hemisphere. We have studied the possibility of industrial cultivation but the process was found to be inefficient due to the specific requirements of the soil, which is found in the right composition only in the archipelagos of the planets. Initializing report. The planet's soil possesses a unique composition suitable for the re-engineering of the planet and the mass production of foodstuffs. Significant cultivation of the eastern hemisphere with an aim to improving production processes and logistics operations. Traces of xenoactivity that do not pose an immediate threat to ongoing operations. Undesirable pathologies in flora and fauna have been noted, which may pose a threat in the short term. What pathologies in the flora? Genetic and chemical pathologies, your worship. Harmless species mutate and become aggressive, while plants change their chemical composition to become poisonous. This is happening more and more often, and if you cannot take action, the ecosystem of the world will be irreparably disrupted. Changes may be artificial. Has the possibility considered that someone is manipulating the ecosystem to reduce their living space? Not at all, venerable Megos. Our tech comrades and from the Megos biologists are humble workers, not warriors. They could not have come up with the thought of such a militant nature. The mind must be open to all forms of knowledge. I order you to commence a check. In the event that your account of the indolence of the minds is confirmed, I will petition for the appropriate penance. Interesting is often what seem to be insignificant anomalies like these that lead to greater troubles. Like under dealing. I have analyzed the genome of the affected species and I'm currently developing suppressor genes to make the plant's organism resistant to pathology, but so far as I have been able to solve the problem. So far I have not been able to solve the problem. Further exploration of the planet would perhaps speed up these processes, but the administrative apparatus has imposed a ban on expeditions that are not directly aimed at improving production. According to data obtained during the initial survey, ruined structures of non-human origin were noted in different sectors of the planet, but I do not have the administrative capacity to study them in more detail. For now, I must defer the quest for knowledge. Lex Mechanic speaks the last words with distinct envy, his eyes fixated on the Megos Hanuman. I'm listening. How many servants of the Tactician mechanics are there on the planet? According to the data stored in my cogitator, all infrastructure nodes for the harvesting and processing have their own contingent of technomats. The total number amounts to 253. Correction, based on the latest data, the figure is 211. How are things with you and your fellows? The current situation on the planet is assessed as stable. The progress of the prospects is assessed as encouraging. Alright, enough of him. Let's open this thing.
This Explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
Alright. Someone over here. Oh. Let's go this way real quick. Nothing. Oh. There's your Juliet. Huh, alright.
Iliad Lenevis greets you, Elantark.
Lantok. Okay.
Regrettable news. This creature is not a mutant as the locals assumed, but a representative of the Eldari, one of the myriad enemies of humanity. You should not trust this creature. Do not communicate with it any longer than necessary.
There is no need to mutilate my language, monkey. I speak yours well enough to converse with Elantark without a translator. And since you have discerned my path, I will be direct in my speech. My soul is nothing kin to yours. Your kind call us Xenos, as if we are all as one. I came here to protect the Lilithon by assisting the governor against her enemies. Will you hear me, or be blinded to sense by your precepts?
Reckless.
Must I remind you, Master Van Calox, that the warrant endows rogue traders with the sacred right to have dealings with Xenos when necessary? That exceptional memory of yours seems to have let you down.
Abelard. He's like,
I have banished the shadow of doubt from your thoughts regarding my nature. Now you will answer my question. Why have you sought me out? I am Elantark. My hand parried the death promised to the ruler of these people, and I aided you in battle against the Lost Ones.
I mean, you took out one, and you didn't do anything after that, which is kind of unfortunate.
This world is in distress. I wish to protect it from unnecessary suffering. Only that they threaten the established order. There is much risk to this world should the ruler die.
Huh, okay. Strange tension in her voice.
There is a malevolence here that drives your kin down the path of violence. The world you call Janus was once created by the will of my kin. I have far more right to be on the Lilithon than any of you. Because that is what you are. Elantark means stranger from the darkness amidst the stars. You descended on flame-winged machines in a dark time when the air of the planet is soaked in blood and pain. Will you be the one to bring peace to the Lilithon? The Lilithon is expressing her wrath. For centuries, this world has resisted the brutality inflicted upon it by soulless machines and unmindful creatures. But what the machine man told you, that is something else. Something more frightening. The planet is fighting an evil that has taken root in its very cradle. I witnessed prisoners being delivered to the rear doors under cover of darkness, but what became of them I know not. And it is not my concern what you humans do to your fellows.
Okay.
Elantark, everything you have told me stirs doubt and alarm in my soul. I must take time to contemplate. Do not disturb me further.
I had more questions.
Let us
Whatever.
not dawdle.
Oh wow, that's cool looking. Oh, there's loot here. Why did I get to loot while I was
always
there?
keep my options open.
Alright, let's see. Look, we can get down to the water. Can we take a brief detour? Okay, I guess. Okay.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
What was this? Forgive me for so boldly stealing away from others. It's just, I simply wish to spend a brief moment admiring the breathtaking nature of this place. Within the station's walls, I could never hope to see anything like this. A sky, or a sea, or green leaves. I only knew them from meager memories of my childhood. Or perhaps my mind suddenly rose up. Even in my books, my heart and mind's blissful escape could do little to help me. When a scribe grows so used to what surrounds them each and every day, they begin to take it for granted, and they never think to write just a few lines about it. But for me to marvel at the grand canopy of this sky again is a true blessing. Something. Oh. Gingerly accepts the flower in her hands. Its petals are like velvet, and the fragrance is both sweet and spicy, a fascinating specimen of the local plant life, and I do not remember seeing it in the great concordance of flora and verdure within the Koronus Expanse, recorded by Magos biologist Lauracida Pro. Although I suppose I simply ought to thank you for it. This flower, it is beautiful indeed. Step into the seat, me. Cassia cocks her head. Mischievous dashes of yellow and lilac are fluttering in the wind like bands all around you. I've never seen you exude such colors before. How unexpected. Cassia gives a quick nod and really stretches her long, narrow hand. It is cold to the touch. You're kind of supposed to roll up the bottom of your clothes a little bit when you do that. Alright. The seat is so wet and cold, and tiny little pebbles tickle my feet. Cassia's reserved seriousness gives way to genuine wonder. I never thought it would be so agreeable and a little startling. Thank you for encouraging me, catches herself, her expression changing in a flash. Alright. Cassia relishes every breath of fresh air, her eyes half closed, listening to the sounds of birds hidden from the view of the treetops. When the tips of your fingers touch lightly, Cassia starts, but does not remove her hand. Several minutes pass in timid silence, and like mere moments, and eventually she pulls away. This place eases the soul, wouldn't you agree? It's time to be on our way. Already? Yes, of course. Cassia gives those very expensive to see a parting glance and whispers quietly. I think I know what our next painting will be. Alright. Now they're all here. Because, you know.
I won't let it define me.
Chains or ropes with shackles on the end can be seen in action. Well, I mean, that was...
I always have a backup plan.
Alright, let's see here.
I always get the job done.
So, in addition to pops, there's the presence of separate siphons for sparkling wine and other beverages. Huh. Oddly enough, my map won't open now. Alright. Yeah, you know, some more little bugs here. There's some more loot down here that we missed, apparently. Right there. What is that? Chartist pendant. Huh. That's pretty cool. Where does this go? That's better, isn't it?
I won't compromise my principles.
Yeah.
I refuse.
Oh, it goes up here. It doesn't go down here. Okay. Okay, I don't know. We'll hold that there for a minute.
Is there money to be made? Success is the only outcome I accept. Let us not dawdle.
Okay, it looks like we've been everywhere. Maybe we will be moving the government? I don't know. World shapers. Alright.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
Did we go talk to her again? I think we do. I think we go talk to her again real quick. Alright. Greetings, your lordship. How may I be of assistance? Nicholas Vinzelex is a very wise man, but his fixation on the evolutionary process seems a little extreme to me. Janus was heavily cultivated, forests were cleared, and mountains raised across half the planet. It is no surprise that we are still noting the consequences of those changes. It's possible that the planet's mutation are connected to waste runoff from harvesting equipment, and the changes in wildlife behavior could be a reaction to the expansion of the cultivated area. Are you surprised by my knowledge on the topic? Our whole dynasty is dedicated ourselves to taming Janus, this plentiful yet stubborn planet. Every member of the Viat bloodline is versed in the fundamentals of planetary engineering and its consequences. I don't deny it. Some of our experiments exact a higher toll on the population than others. You see, recently one of the noble families of Janus has taken on a difficult task of enhancing the attributes of our workers. So far, it has involved introducing experimental supplements to their food and mental conditioning in monitored settlements. Sometimes procedures are disrupted and part of the population suffers from side effects. The specialists of the Gravis family would be better placed to inform you of this topic, but alas, they are currently engaged in the field. I know what you're referring, the strange structures of an unknown material. For the prevention of any unfortunate accidents, I have ordered the air to be declared out of bounds to all. Some things are better left under a thick layer of dirt, beyond the grasp of even the enlightened minds of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Alright. Yeah, I don't know.
I always keep my options open.
I mean, experimenting on people, that's part of the 40k world, isn't it? I don't know. I don't know if that's... I don't know. I don't know if there's... It's one of those things you still wonder if there's something deeper involved here, or if it really is just part of the world. Anyway. Time to head back to our ship here. That's our next. Uh-oh. I don't know why this... I really wish this was a Lantac. Once you have once sought my help, now I am seeking yours. The time has come to dispel the final shadows on our path. I've hidden the truth from you. I know a great deal about those who are disturbing the peace of the local ruler, and I also know where they're hiding. Allow me to show you the way, on the condition that you bring me to them. I don't think the rogue trader needs your revelations right now, Xenos. That is assuming that you are not lying now as well. I did not say anything. No other path was open to me, but now our paths are aligned. And my decision was motivated not by caprice, but by reason, which compels me now to be honest with the person who can fix all of this. Everything you have discovered, everything you have learned from your kind, they are all traces of the same calamity. A calamity that will eclipse all the strife and wars on the face of this world. All the signs that were plain to see, but I was here, and the monkey failed to recognize the coming storm. Please follow me, Malachi. You must, if this world truly matters to you. What calamity are you talking about? I will reveal the truth very soon, but not here. Not in this place where it seems evil has made its nest. Have patience, Solantek, and trust me. If one of the Imperium's worlds is in danger, so be it. I will follow you. Let's go, Solantek. I've played with the gods that we are not too late. Okay, so we're sitting at Heinrich's, I guess. I really want to set up Pascal, I think. Let's take Pascal. Accept. Alright, now we need to level up. Do we have a new person? No. Which is cool. Definitely cool. I wonder if I get attacked as soon as I set foot on it. Okay, so should we level her? What is... Let's look at what she's got equipped first. Ah, sniper rifle. So that seems very bounter hunter-ish. What is TGH bonus? TGH. Toughness. Okay. I mean, she can't equip a whole lot. None of the weapons. 0 of them. None of the armor? Wow. Okay. Well, looking at the thing, I'm thinking bounty hunter. And then... think piercing shot, is it? Alright. So we're going to save here.
I always have a backup plan. Always keep your eye on the prize.
This is a kind of a cool area here. So here's some people we'll be attacking now, I'm assuming.
Your arrogance will be your
Oh wow, there's a
downfall.
bunch of them too.
I will level you!
Bunch of them. Stop lower your weapons. Hold up, brothers, I'll call for backup. Wait, wait, what do you mean you'll call for backup? You got plenty. You got plenty of people here. Wish this was a defensive place I could go, but nope. I don't know. I'm probably setting up completely wrong here. I don't really have any place to go, to be honest with you. Alright, so who is my first? Way over there. I really wish you could rotate these.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Alright. Huh, I think we do this here first.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Take a few of them off the field and damage some other ones. And then we...
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Find it hard to believe in second chances.
How did that not do any damage? How did that not do any damage to them?
As the Emperor commands, I act. Doubt is for the weak. I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Yeah, here he comes. Really? You can come after her first? Alright. All I can do is run away from him.
Swift and silent.
At least she has a good dodge.
That is beneath me. If it serves your cause. You cannot force me, Elantak. I am not your Xenos pet, monkey. You will perish for this affront.
Die! Die! Die!
Wow.
No! His ruby flushes are choking me!
Explorers know one route. Forward. Request approved. The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all.
God Emperor, move through me! Be the fire in my heart! I'll do it. None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
I'm glad she didn't shoot any of them that I was wanting her
As
to
the
shoot,
Emperor
but that's okay.
commands, I act. I'll do it. Eradicate it. Faith without deeds is worthless.
Temporary setback. On it.
It will be done.
Trajectory is suboptimal.
Alright, this...
We'll rule the stars themselves. Victory is imminent.
Really?
It will be done. Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. I will do my duty.
Alright, so I got a hit there. Wow. Alright.
It will be done.
I don't like the fact that in his round he loses all his stuff because of that.
I took care of this one.
If I may.
At your beck and call. Reduced to dust. I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
I have read tomes of military tactics. Me, if you insist, Lord Captain.
How dare you strike at the Emperor's faithful?
Who shot me there? Where'd I get shot from?
If I must. I understand your intent. I hear you moving. No more.
Alright. That was a fun little combat. I feel like you take these injuries way too often though. Alright. These aren't any better. Just general loot. Nope. Crack grenade. Ooh. That's pretty interesting. Hunting rifle. This is more, has a little less range, but it I just cycle with backtracks and scratches. Alright. Alright. So we're gonna group up here. And I mean that was a fun battle. It went relatively smooth. Compared. They were all lower, most of them were like lower level though. But anyway, appreciate you joining. We're gonna end it here, so we appreciate you joining us though, and we'll see you next time.